Hey everyone, so here's the 3D printer I have. This is a Creality 3D. I purchased a couple years ago I paid $430. So there are two issues. Firstly, this chip is MPS buck converter, convert 12 volts to 5 volts. So it's a buck converter. It stopped working and I just probe around. Probably I discharge a pin, then I put it back to normal. So that's one thing. And a couple of days ago, I found another issue. It the screen is gone. The backlights needs 12 volts. So I found that the 12 volts power supply. It's very cheap stuff, made in China. Those stuff. So but it's a 12 volts 30 amps. It costs probably $40 on eBay. So I thought, I need some other solution. Then I found this. Okay, so this is Dell Power. So this is you need to watch this. So the input must be 100 to 240 volts, because in the US it's 120 volts. So we can only solder 120 volts. And then at 120 volts, there are two outputs, 12.2, and that's a major one. It can output a lot, 80 amp. And the other is a standby. Standby is a 3.5 volt amp. You don't need a standby. Standby is a smaller pad on the other side. So see those. But for this power supply, you need to do something. First thing is, okay, so from this, there's 3 prunes. So need to remember, green one on that side is a chassis. This is a chassis, protect earth. On your here is the largest one, and the top one is a live one is the smallest one here, and the other is neutral. Black is live, white is neutral, white on the bottom. So that's one thing. So you have those AC. You need to do another thing. You need to solder pins 13. It's called PS on low. That one is the on off button. It must be tied to ground. There are many called RTN returns. Pin 16 is a return. So you can see my soldering. On the edge is pin 13. Second one next to it is pin 14. Pin 14 you need at least 220 ohm. It can't be too big because internally there is a pull-up. So you can put, I put 330, but you can put 499 ohm, but don't exceed 499. So then go to another pin is also return. You can solder to pin 16 also. Then you can see the small square one. That one is a standby. You don't use a standby. You use those big pads, minus plus. This is isolated. So it's a low voltage. So don't worry to touch those. But this side you need some string strip because it's AC. 120 and then multiply 2.484. That will be peak to peak. That's kind of 350 volts. It will shock you. So remember. So you need a pull down from the pin 14 is called um, kill underscore low. So that one need to pull down to ground, and then pin 13 is on off. It just need to tie to ground. So you do those, it be on. If you grab another power supply, because this supply, it cost me $10. It's brand new. But on eBay, this one probably costs like less than $15. But if you get this is 2000 watts, but 2000 watts corresponds to 240 volts inputs, not for 120 volts. 120 volts, the output power will be like 1000 watts. 1000 watts. 1000 watts for 120 volts AC in. Auto phase 240 volts, you can get 2000 watts, but for residential those are 120 volts. So after you wire that, then wire those previously wired to those. So those are gone. Those AC stuff are gone. It only needs a DC. So you can check my wiring. So there are two, and there's one from here. There are two, and from here there are another one red wire, and from here and here there are two red wire. So solder together, put some shrink sleeves, it will be all set. Alright, good luck.